Istanbul, you know. And now we are going to learn, we're going to watch and read something about the Conquest of Istanbul, but in English this time. And I want you to learn some new vocabulary about it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, very good. First, I'm going to make you watch a video, but before watching this video, I want you to learn some new words because you can hear them in this video. So I want you to know the meaning of them. Okay? Just first open it. Yes. Now let's look at the words. You see, besiege, surrender, worship, conquer, canon, and triumphant. First, let's talk about the Turkish meaning because it will be more easy for you. Then we are going to match the definition with the words. First one, besiege. Do you know the Turkish meaning of besiege? Yes, Emir?
Kuşatma.
Yeah, very good. So now let's look at the definitions. We have got here definitions and try to find the English definition of this word. Which one can it be? Yes, you can read here. Which one can it be? Yes, besiege. The definition. Yes, please.
To surrender a building city with soldiers till the people inside give up defending.
Very good. You're right. It is basic. Now surrender. Yes. First, let's think about this Turkish meaning. What can it be? You are in war, don't forget. It's about, all of them are about war. Yes, please. Very good. You live in the city, and your city is under conquer, and you are going to say, okay, it's finished. Now, let's look at the meaning and match them its English meaning. Surrender. Which one? Let me look. Yes. Tuana?
To admit that you have lost and want to stop fighting.
Yes, good. Well done. Thank you. And worship. What is this? The meaning of worship. Worship. Rabia? Yes, you are right. So let's match the definition. Let me see. Yes. Which one? What do you think? Okay, Rabia, you can say the definition.
The practice of showing respect for God or a God, saying prayers, chanting.
Very good. It is the practice of showing respect for God or a God. Where is it? Here. Good. Conquer. The other one is conquer. Tuana? Very good. It is right. Now let's look at the English meaning. Sefa?
To take control of a country or city and push its people by force.
Oh, good. Yes. Here. And now camp. Yes? Very good. Very big words. And they use them in the wars. And what about the meaning? Here, English meaning. Summit?
All type of big heel gun, usually on wheels, that fires solid metal or stone balls.
Yes, type of big, heavy gun. Very good. And triumphant, do you know the meaning of triumphant in Turkish? And Rabia? Yes, you're right. And we have just one more here. We can put it here. Okay. Very successful in a way that causes great satisfaction. This is the English meaning of it. Now, we are going to watch a video about the conquest of Constantinople. You know, Constantinople is the old name of Istanbul. Now we call it Istanbul, but before it was Constantinople. Now we are going to watch a small video, and you may see and listen to these words in the video. So you will understand the video more easily because you know some of the words. Of course, not all of them, but try to understand it. Listen carefully. I'm sure you can understand easily. Where is it? It's here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's watch it.
Istanbul was once called Constantinople. But what does that mean? The name of this city in Turkey changed from Constantinople to Istanbul in 1930. Istanbul, Turkey is a bridge between the east and the west. Literally, part of the city is located in Europe and part in Asia. You can see the narrow separation of water right here. Boats go back and forth constantly, like a subway in the water. It became the capital of the Roman Empire when Emperor Constantine moved the capital here from Rome. The city was renamed after him as Constantinople. The Romans loved to build big, beautiful buildings.
It was before Constantinople.
Across the bridge is the younger, more modern part of town here. Places like Taksim Square and
It's about
the bustling modern city with a
Now we are going to listen to
Roman
Conquest.
Emperor Justinian I built a huge church, the Hagia Sophia, 537 AD. It was the largest building in the world, an engineering marvel of the time. Istanbul, or Constantinople as it was called then, was the last stronghold of the Roman Empire, a huge fortified city with thick stone walls. As the Roman Empire shrunk and lost territory, a stronger empire emerged, the Ottoman Empire, slowly surrounding.
You know Ottoman Empire, I think.
Emperor
You know, it's
Constantine XI, ruler of Constantinople, couldn't do anything to stop them. In 1453 AD, Sultan Mehmed II led the Ottoman army just outside the walls of the city. They laid siege to the city and cut off the supply routes. Constantinople was heavily outnumbered and in deep trouble. To take over, the Ottomans had to find a way to break through the huge thick walls. So Mehmed hired a mysterious arms dealer to build him a massive cannon. The super gun was able to hurl a 600-pound stone ball over a mile. Mehmed hauled his new cannon down to the walls of Constantinople. Each blast tore through the heavy stone wall. It took 3 hours to reload, but blast by blast, they destroyed the walls. The Ottoman army poured in through the breached walls and met at the vast square in front of the Hagia Sophia. When Sultan Mehmed II got to the church, he declared that it would immediately be converted to a mosque, the center of worship for his religion, Islam. They recited a prayer in the church to convert it to a mosque. Minarets, these tall towers, and Islamic art were added over the next years. It remained a mosque until it was converted to a museum in 1935. You can go visit now. The Grand Bazaar, an open marketplace, started a few years after the Ottomans took the city. You can still go shopping there today. Shops sell beautiful clothes, Persian rugs, gold, and a vast array of spices and candy. Over the years, they built lots of mosques, including the Blue Mosque in the 1600s. The sultans ruled from Topkapi Palace. This was the center of power, and with it came scheming, secret meetings, and palace intrigue. The Ottoman Empire ruled for hundreds of years. The name Constantinople slowly changed to Istanbul over time and became official in 1930. In the 20th century, the Ottoman Empire fought on the losing side of World War I. After they lost, the empire turned into the modern-day country of Turkey and became a republic, a democracy. Now Istanbul is this huge, modern, bustling city. Its rich history makes it really fun and exciting to explore. I'm Captain Kurt. I'll see you next time. Thanks to Allianz Travel for sponsoring this video.
Good. Did you understand the video? Could you understand it easily? I think it is a very simple one, and I think you understand. Yes. Okay. Now I have got a reading paragraph here for you. This is again for the new vocabulary. You are going to listen to this paragraph. You have done course. While listening, as you see, we have got gaps here. You are going to fill in these gaps while listening. listening, try to complete them with the correct words. The words are the, before we learned them, they are same. Okay, only one of them is different, one of the words is different, but you can actually understand easily. Which one is it? Let me find it. Okay. Where is this one? No, yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
The Conquest of Constantinople.
Yes, okay. Yes. If you want, if you cannot understand, we can listen it one more, if you want.
His ancestors Sultan Bayezid and Sultan Murad Constantinople conquering Grady was the big victory strategic Ottoman Sultan, Mehmed II. He was only 21 years old when he dared to besiege the city. There were a lot of challenges ahead. The most difficult one was psychological barriers. The Byzantine armies were unbeaten and Mehmed's army had to be the first to defeat them. The city walls were incredibly strong and there was a defensive chain across the mouth of the Golden Horn, Haliç. The Sultan had plans for all. The siege began, so did the bloody battles. The Ottoman army hit and destroyed the city walls with the largest and best cannons of the time. However, his fleet was unable to enter the city because of the defensive chain in the waters of the Bosphorus. Then, he ordered ships to roll overland into the sea and reached the heart of the city. At the end of 53 days full of memorable, heart-stopping, emotional, anxious, difficult moments, Byzantine soldiers finally surrendered. Mehmed II was now triumphant and people call him Fatih, the Conqueror, and later the city was called Istanbul.
Okay. If you want, we can listen it one more, and if I can pause, if you cannot understand easily while listening like this. For example, let's listen one more.
The Conquest of Constantinople. The city of Constantinople was of great importance due to its strategically important location and religious reasons. Like his ancestors Sultan Bayezid and Sultan Murad II, conquering the city.
Yes, what is the first one? Gökçe?
Conquering.
Very good. The first one is, I'm sorry, conquer. This is right. And let's go on. Let's listen again.
Was the
and
biggest
find
dream of the
sentences.
7th Ottoman Sultan, Mehmed II. He was only 21 years old when he dared to besiege the city.
What is it? The second one. Yes. Good. Do you remember the meaning of besiege? What was it? Do you remember the meaning? Turkish meaning? Rabia? Good. You remember. And what about conquering? Do you remember it? What was conquering in Turkish? You don't remember? Conquer. I can say conquer. Try to remember like this. Conquer. What was conquer? Yes, very good. Thank you. Now let's listen again for the third one.
There were a lot of challenges ahead. The most difficult one was psychological barriers. The Byzantine armies were unbeaten and Mehmed's army had to be the first to defeat them. The city walls were incredibly strong and there was a defensive chain across the mouth of the Golden Horn, Haliç. The Sultan had plans for all. The siege began, so did the bloody battles.
Yes, what's that? Emir? Good. It is battles. Now four. Find the fourth
The
one.
Ottoman army hit and destroyed the city walls with the largest and best cannons of the time.
Yeah, what is it? Yes, Emir? Cannons, very good. Please write it. And the fifth one, I think.
However, his fleet was unable to enter the city because of the defensive chain in the waters of the Bosphorus. Then, he ordered ships to roll overland into the sea and reached the heart of the city. At the end of 53 days full of memorable, heart-stopping, emotional, anxious, difficult moments, Byzantine soldiers finally surrendered.
Yes. Very good. Surrendered. And we learned them like surrender, or we learned that conquer. But now we have them, as you see, surrendered, conquering, because of the paragraph. Yes, let's go on. Which one sixth?
Murm 2 was now triumphant and people call him Fadi, the
What was it? Mehmet, the second was now. Rabia? Triumphant. And now the last one.
conqueror, and later the city was called Istanbul.
Can you find it? I'm going to just wait. Start again.
Byzantine soldiers finally surrendered. Murm 2 was now triumphant and people call him Fadi, the conqueror, and later the city was called Istanbul.
Yes, good. It is conqueror. No, we learned about them, but we didn't see this one, I think. I didn't teach you this one. Battles. Do you know the meaning of battles? Yes?
It means more.
Yeah, it means war, battles. And here it says blood battles. As we can see it like this, if you want. This is the same as yours. The conquest of Constantinople. So we have learned what? Let's look again. We have learned today conquer, besiege, cannon, triumphant, and also battle we have learned, and worship. It is not here, but also we have learned worship. So it is over today. See you tomorrow. Ebru bitir.